welcome to HITC Sport. Alright, remember back when Arsenal and Man United were seen as two of the most feared and respected giants in English football. Now lads, both clubs are respective laughingstocks. Absolutely, they are the banter clubs of English football. And it's all of their own making. We're 13 games into the Premier League season, right? Arsenal are 8th in the league. Behind Burnley, Sheffield United and Wolves. We're nearly in December. It's nearly f***ing Christmas. They've won 4 games, lost 3 and have a goal difference of -1. How is Unai Emery being kept in a job? How? I'll admit, when he first arrived at Arsenal, I thought, alright, this lad seems a half-decent manager. He's won 3 Europa Leagues in a row. Fair play, but no, this lad is proving day in, day out to be a walking joke of a manager. People used to be worried that he was the Spanish Brendan Rodgers, as if that was some sort of insult. That fella is not even the Spanish Steve Bruce. I mean, lad, it's not as if you haven't been given tools to work with. You inherited both Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 2 of the most feared strikers in world football. You've been given money to spend, and what do? Pitch 70 million quid of it up the wall on Nicolas Pepe. What grown man with functioning brain cells tries to improve a defense-ridden defense with the aging acquisition of David Luiz? That's like trying to fix the broken photocopier at work by pouring hot coffee all over its circuits. His failure to sign actual working defenders is bad, as is his complete lack of backbone when awarding the captaincy. Making your players put names in a hat and vote for who they want. Lads, a captain is supposed to be your representation of a footballing manager out on the pitch, and you leave it to the players. That's like letting your 6-year-old son decide what he wants for tea day in, day out. He's just gonna eat gummy bears every day and turn into James Corden. I mean, what if these players had, just for the laugh, voted for the kitman, the tea lady, or God help us all, Callum Chambers? This man is proving to be an absolutely hideous manager. And yeah, I realise I sound like one of those wound up gremlins off AFTV, but lads, it is true. This is a man who was supposed to instill a winning mentality back into this club after it started to go stale under Wenger, but no. Instead of what we've witnessed is players downing tools, forgetting how to defend, and a complete lack of understanding and how to hold on to a goddamn lead. And yeah, the man goes missing away from home, but still, completely ostracising Mesut Ozil, your only piece of creative influence in the middle of the park, for over 3 months, was Emery trying to get sacked. Leaving 72 million worth of talent Nicolas Pepe on the bench doesn't make sense. It's like spending half your mortgage on a Lamborghini, only to leave it rust in the shed for 6 months. Who just played Southampton at home, a team who just 3 weeks earlier just conceded 9 on their own patch. I said at the time, that club should feel embarrassed for even existing. Getting slapped 9-0 off Leicester. This should have been easy pickings for Arsenal, and still, I mean, this was a club who'd made a habit of letting Ayotte Perez score multiple hat-tricks on them. Coming up against Lacazette on the goal to boot winner, you'd have expected Arsenal to win by 4 or 5 goals. Nah, instead the Saints completely danced around their defence, and they, the top flight joke, were the ones who almost scored 4 and 5. And how they didn't win the game, I'm not really sure. That is an absolute disgrace for Arsenal, and really, they just need rid of Emery. But hey, Arsenal's recent capitulation should probably come as no surprise. They're coached by the same lad who let a 4-0 Champions League first leg slip. 4-0 lads, 4 goals up, and they go and concede 6 at Barcelona. That is a bigger embarrassment than the thing hanging out of Hugh Wizzy's ear. I mean, come on! But he's not the only one who's skating on thin ice. No, Gunnar Solksjaer. How does he still have a job? How much more does he have to prove that he's not up to the task before Ed Woodward finally gets rid? I'll be honest lads, that 10-minute comeback against Sheffield United was arguably the worst thing to happen to you this season. Now listen, alright? All this is done, waking up and rallying with just 18 minutes left, all it's done is just mask what was on par with Gunnar Solskjaer's worst ever performance. And good God, there's been some terrible ones. For large parts of the game at Bramall Lane, they look like a completely disorganised farce of a football team. Yeah, a 3-3 draw at Bramall Lane isn't a terrible result, but still the ease those players walk through your defence. Lys Mousset essentially use your backline as a piece of soggy toilet paper, and this is the same fella who's in the running for the worst ever Bournemouth signing. And lads, they still have Dominic Solanke on the payroll. That comeback at Bramall Lane is kind of the same as it was for Arsenal. Don't get me wrong, Lacazette pinging in a 96th minute leveler against Southampton, it shouldn't be met with widespread optimism from the Arsenal fans. It's just going to prolong the misery, keeping Emery in a job for at least another week. It's a bit like being in a toxic marriage with an unreasonable wildebeest. Before you're able to serve the moaning Myrtle with divorce papers, she serves you scrambled eggs on toast for breakfast. And as everyone knows, you can't divorce someone immediately after that. So despite her puncturing your tyres, cutting up your clothes and ironing the cat, she does this, and yeah, you decide to stay with her for another goddamn week. Terrible analogy, but you get my idea. I'm not advocating that you should want your team to lose, absolutely not. But in some cases, maybe it's necessary. Instead of the same fraud being bailed out tirelessly every goddamn week, maybe it's just better just to accept a defeat. Only to finally have your club rid of this poison of managerial ineptitude. I don't get it, lads. You can't even say,
oh, there's no one available at the moment.
Like balls is there nobody out there. Spurs just plucked a 2-time Champions League winner from the f***ing dole queue. Mauricio Pochettino, a man who, yeah, probably is allergic to silverware, but he's still a top manager, and lads, he's just sitting at home watching Judge Judy every goddamn morning. Just pick up the phone and hire him. For God's sake, you wanted him last Christmas. What's changed? I'll tell you what's changed. You don't have to pay £6 million in competition anymore. He's gonna cost less than a f***ing Fredo. But no, you'd rather give a 3-year contract to a lad with a CV that would be laughed at Burger King, a couple of league titles in Norway, and a relegation with Cardiff. I'm sorry, but there's no contest. Sack him now and get Poch in. Just do it. The solution to your problems is just staring at you in the face. It's like spending months, years, pining after your dream woman who's already in a relationship with another man. And then when she's finally single, you've already just committed to the town drunk who spends every night drugged up to the eyeballs and drinking your own bath water for tea. I commend Ed Woodward's loyalty, but to a point. It's almost as if he's terrified to admit that, yeah, I've made yet another mistake. We get it, alright? Everyone can see you've made another mistake. This is no secret. For Christ's sake though, it is not too late to fix it. Admit that you were just caught up in the romance of appointing a club hero to appease the fans. Admit that you got carried away with that one night in Paris, a bit like the fellow who released the tape, and just make the switch. Pochettino is streets above Solskjaer. This isn't even a competition. They are leagues apart, so Ed, stop being so stubborn and just get him in. He ticks all the boxes. You say this is a project for Solskjaer. Pochettino is literally the king of projects. Don't forget he inherited a bunch of garbage in 2014 and over the course of half a decade moulded a Champions League finalist. Solskjaer, on the other hand, it's just going nowhere fast. I mean, I get it. There are some players at Old Trafford who'd probably be terrified of Pochettino. The likes of Jesse Lingard, for example, would probably rather extract his own teeth than accept a managerial change, because guess what? Poch actually knows a thing or two about management, and within 20 minutes would have put you in the bin. But it's not just Manchester United fans. And Tottenham fans, you might not like me for saying this, but Arsenal should appoint him too. Why not? I don't get this. What loyalty do you owe a football club that sacked you? It's a bit like Rory Jennings spending every waking moment crying into a sock because Jose linked up with Spurs. No. If a company sacks you, they are done with you and you are done with them. You are well within your right to find other employment. What do you expect him to do? Go work in Subway? Is that how he's going to feed his kids? No, don't worry lads. It wouldn't be like the Sol Campbell move, who led Spurs on for months hinting that, yeah, he's going to sign a new deal, only to end up at Arsenal on a free. That was peak levels of treachery. But Poch is a free man. The Spurs board have come to the opinion that he is no longer good enough. So go on, move on. Prove them wrong. Why not? I mean, he already has a house in North London, presumably. His family are settled. I think it would be the perfect choice. I mean, yeah, the relationship he's built up with Spurs would be torched within an instant. But who cares? Do Spurs fans pay your wages? Do you pay your rent in goodwill from Spurs supporters? Are you going to pay the kids' school fees with thank you cards? No, and by the sounds of it, he wouldn't be averse to linking up with them. You might say,
oh no, he's a loyal man. He's already publicly said he won't coach Barcelona out of loyalty to Espanyol.
A bit like when Jose said he'd never managed Spurs. It's very easy to sit back from the comfort of your well-paid position in the top 4 of the Premier League and wax lyrical about jobs that you wouldn't take. A bit different when you're spending your mornings watching Countdown and getting nagged at by the wife. I'm guessing when you're unemployed with nothing to fill your days apart from licking your feet, then yeah, the prospect of Barcelona and even Arsenal might start to look a little bit appealing. I mean lads, I don't buy for a second that Poch, still stuck in his pajamas at 4:30 in the afternoon and not having showered since last Tuesday, would ever turn down Barcelona. Not a chance. He'd be at the Nou Camp so fast he'd barely have time to put on his pants, and would then spend the next few seasons coaching Messi, winning Champions Leagues, and drinking the tears of Espanyol fans. It's a bit like when Jose said he'd never coach Spurs back in 2007. Well, no shit. The likes of Paul Jewell probably didn't want to coach Spurs back then. A squad halfway down the league with Jermaine Genius in midfield and Alan Hutton at the back. Yeah, I'm guessing that prospect was like asking Jose to kiss his cousin. He could do a hell of a lot better at the time. But hey, circumstances change, and for that reason, yeah, I think Poch could definitely be swayed by Arsenal. Definitely. Loyalty is dead in football, lads. Get used to it. And yeah, I know I made a video denouncing Poch's lack of trophies. What Arsenal and Man United both need now is a vision, a plan. Forget about the silverware for a minute, lads. Just get back to basics. A sense of knowing where the club is actually going at the minute. Because at the moment, both Unai and Oli are, well, they're driving your club off a cliff. Pochettino is the most lucrative, valuable free agent manager on the market. And it won't be for long, so snap him up, lads. Both of you. Before someone else does, alright? Give him a blank contract, tie him down for as many years as he wants, and watch him slowly breathe life back into your club. And honestly, lads, neither board should need to be told this from an Irish gone bean on the goddamn internet. It's just common sense. And Ed Woodward, for the love of God, do the right thing, because right now, I'm almost having a f***ing panic attack whenever I walk past the milk section in Tesco. Anyway, that's the end of the video. What do you think? Am I underestimating Poch's levels of loyalty and degrees of self-respect? Maybe I am. Let me know in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.